A religious movement that has roots here in Kentucky, Anna. It has millions of followers, but it's quite possible you've never heard of it.
As WHS 11's investigative reporter Adam Walser discovered, the group takes a controversial stand as it spreads its message around the globe.
I've been watching them for 25 years over here.
Every year, hundreds of people make a pilgrimage to Eastern Cemetery in Jeffersonville.
And I see license plates from everywhere, Oregon, Canada, Florida, Texas, California.
They've come from all over the world to see the grave of William Branham.
William Branham was a prophet of God, and it's wonderful to visit the place he actually was.
He said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you."
William Branham first catapulted into fame decades before there was television. His former colleague Willard Collins, who is now pastor of Branham's church, remembers.
His whole ministry was a phenomenon.
He was known to be the father of the charismatic movement.
Are we strangers, ladies? Yes. We are perfect strangers.
He would minister the word like you've never heard it.
What we need today is a house clean.
Traveling from city to city, Branham professed to use the power of God
You believe with all your heart?
to heal.
Believe God will heal you, but believe He'll make you well without asking. Lord Jesus, I pray that You'll heal the woman and may she get completely whole.
It started in Chicago in 1944, and quickly the message went worldwide.
He was all over the world, 7 times, I believe, to be exact.
A mysterious photo appeared in which Branham had a halo, and he began offering predictions in more than 1,100 recorded sermons, which eventually became Voice of God recordings.
Anything that he predicted either already come to pass, we watched a lot of it unfold, or it's in the making now.
Branham predicted he would be alive to see the return of Jesus Christ, but he died on Christmas Eve, 1965. This cemetery in Jeffersonville is where Branham was finally buried, but many of his followers don't expect him to stay inside the grave. People come from all over the world every Easter anticipating that Branham will rise up to foretell the second coming of Christ.
Over there is an empty graveyard, like in Jerusalem for us.
Nearly half a century after Branham's death, the movement is growing by leaps and bounds, as more than 6,500 volunteer ministers spread the word in dozens of countries, reaching an estimated 2 million believers.
People just love this message.
Recordings, DVDs, children's books, and even a cardboard replica of Branham's briefcase leave southern Indiana by the truckload, bound mostly for developing countries. Brother Willard Collins says the ministry is nothing more than spreading the good word.
It's not centered on Brother Branham, it's centered on Jesus Christ.
And he was just the messenger.
He was just the messenger. He never took credit for anything.
Now, Brother Willard Collins, the pastor of Branham Tabernacle, says he believes that Branham will rise from the grave, just as he believes that all true believers will, about a month before Jesus returns to earth, which Collins believes signs show will likely be very soon.
Well, it certainly made me do a double take, some of it. Are you getting a lot of questions or calls from his other members?
Yes, we've been getting dozens of calls. Apparently, they put it up on a website today, so hopefully they can see exactly what we put about this.
Are they still teaching his exact preachings from he died in 1965, or have they tried to update his message? They've gotten so large in Charlestown there.
Nothing's updated. They play the same old tapes, 1,140 sermons. They listen to them over and over and over again.
That he did back in the 50s and 60s.
Back in the 50s and 60s, absolutely.
All right. Very interesting, Adam. Thank you very much.
Thing.